Child discipline is one of the most controversial topics between parents of all age range. And in the past, our parents believed if you have to beat the child. You know, if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And they beat us left, right, and center. But modern day parents have changed that drastically, and they believe if you beat this child, you actually worsen the situation. And governments have even put a law into order that if you beat the child, you shouldn't beat children in schools. So we need to know, when do you draw the line? You know, how do you discipline your child the right way? And why you should discipline your child, or why you shouldn't beat the child. Today with us, we have a very special guest, Mr. John Aigbohode. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ma, for having me.
Okay. He's the president of CMO for the Lagos Archdiocese, a loving father, an amazing husband, and he's been a banker for 25 years. Wow! So we're so happy to have you here to share your wealth of knowledge with us.
Thank you for having me.
And the usual suspects, of course, are here, Nonso and Chima.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, how you guys doing?
We shall be talking about the right way to train your child and how to discipline your child when we come back from this break.
Catholic Faith Forum on TV.
I'm May, and you are on Catholic Faith Forum. Today we shall be talking about parenting and the right way to discipline your child. We have with us a very special guest, Mr. John Aigbohode, and he shall be talking to us about parenting. So how long have you been married?
Well, I've been married for 32 years.
Wow. Wow. So how many children have you been blessed with?
2, a boy and a girl.
Okay, what are their ages?
The girl is now 31, the boy is 28.
Wow.
So they are adults. I'm a grandfather. The girl has 2 kids.
Oh, that's
the boy
wonderful.
that is still in line looking for a good wife.
Okay, so what are some of the things you emphasized as part of your training, training your children?
Well, the first thing, because of my own upbringing, I believe in independence.
Okay.
Let a child be independent. And to be genuinely independent, you have to teach that child integrity.
Okay.
You teach them the value of hard work. And then you teach them how to also relate to people. So with those key areas, that is how I try to form my children in the way they should interact. Though in my later life now, that is being thrown on my face when I make some comments. Yes, when I say, boy, you didn't discuss this with me. Father, you said I should be independent. So I get to have that thrown at me now.
Okay.
Because the guy will tell me, what's wrong with what I've done? Is it okay, Father? I say, yes, it's okay, Dad. Is it okay, Dad? I say, it's okay. So what's the complaint? I said, I felt you could at least discuss with me. I thought you said I should be independent. So I get that tone on my face regularly.
Okay, that's, I can imagine.
I don't think, well, you said independent. For me, I think parents nowadays don't like that independence thing. I don't think most parents can manage it. Let me speak personally from my own experience. My dad will not even allow you to be independent. What are you being? Who are you to be independent?
No, let's define independence here. Okay. Exactly. You are still under somebody's roof. That is not that kind of independence. So let's define that very well.
Right. Okay.
You see, if you don't teach your child how to take his own decisions or her own decisions at an early stage, that child falls to peer pressure.
Yes.
That's what I mean by independence. Okay. Not to say that you don't take advice or call from people that are older than you. No. You see, you let a child know the value of, this is me. I don't need to copy this person.
Yes.
I can't see my child, for instance, now I'm wearing dreadlock or to some kind of dressing. No, because he won't copy such people. He will preach to you rather. So you need to let a child know that the way you are is okay, as long as this is there, this is there, this is there.
Okay.
Don't let that child look at other people as their reference. Okay, because this artist is like this, I have to look like that. Because my friend did this, I have to do that. No.
Yes.
Teach your child that in terms of I am who I am. These are my limits. Okay. When he wants to do this, he checks them against integrity. Is this hard work? Is it my family value? Will this let me, can I go back to Dad and show them this?
Okay.
So that is the way you should let your child grow up. Those are the kind of things I mean by dependence. Not to say that, Dad, you have paid my school fees, You don't need to see my result.
I can do what I
No,
want.
I need to see your result because I'm the one paying the money. And then we discuss it. We have a family forum on it. Yes. That my child had all A's is no excuse for us not to discuss the result. We will still discuss it.
Yes.
So there are bands between that areas where you have to have that independence, not that you have a free will to just do what you want. As a matter of fact, the issue we are discussing about sparing the road and co. My children takes beatings one early in their life. I give that bit early. I explain you why. But when my daughter finished her graduation and wanted to claim that independence, I sounded her one to let her know that no, as big as you are,
Can still beat
you
you.
are
still
still
my
in my
child.
house.
And that's what most parents do. Beat you.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. You believe in physical punishment as a means of correcting your child?
Madam, let me tell you one thing.
Okay.
Have you seen a new modern Bible?
Yes, I heard.
Modern Bible, the one written recently.
Oh,
that
no.
It's the same one that we use not long.
Yes.
And everybody said, I want to live by the way of and tenets of God.
Yes.
And then you choose which part that is the way and tenets of God and which part is not the way and tenets of God. Ephesians 6 verse 4 says, bring your child up in the way of the Lord. Up to 6 or 7 verses in Proverbs tells you not to spare the rod and spoil the child. That a child's mind is full of foolishness, and that if you use the rod, it will drive that foolishness away. See, I believe that you have to discipline your child by the rod, but don't let it be a habit.
Okay.
As I said, early in my, mainly the boy, the girl didn't get it, got it very late. But mainly the boy, it was I think about 3 or 4, one day, my wife has a temper, and then he was trying to copy the mother. So, and he locked him in the room one day, I don't know what, the mother escorted somebody, he was sleeping. The guy woke up and found that the door was locked. He just dressed the TV in the bedroom and flashed the TV down and broke the screen.
Oh my God.
I wasn't at home. When I came back, the grandma in our neighbor has disciplined her. The mother won't lash her, but the grandma have disciplined her very well, disciplined him very well. When I came back and I go, oh, see, come. They say, Daddy, please, they've already beaten me. That is their own beating. You have my own beating.
Round 2.
I gave him my own beating.
Really?
The first day. The second day I called him, do you know why I beat you? I said, if I don't beat you, you won't know what it is for me to beat you. And I really beat him.
Wow.
So anytime my son misbehaves, I sit him down and say, do you know what you've just done? He said, do you know what it can lead to? He said, Daddy, please, I'm sorry. So the fear that Daddy will beat me is always hanging. I don't have to beat you.
Okay.
Having tasted it once, you don't want to taste again. So, but to say that it should not be there at all, then we are copying the wrong thing. I want to tell you why we are copying the wrong thing.
Okay.
Look at the countries that legislated early in the day against child thrashing or lashing a child. School teachers can't talk. Your mother touches you to call the police. What is the level of moral decadence in their life, in their countries today? Look at the youths. They don't have or know the value of hard work. They don't go to school. They are on drugs. Their stars are the artists and co. Those countries are importing us as slaves to go and work for them because they call it skill, advanced skill or whatever they call it, labor. You have green cards to go to America. Look at the top people in US that have brains. Are they from America?
No, they're
Look
not.
at Britain. Only Germany that you can say, okay, there's a semblance of local youth that are still brain people. All those countries that legislated that, okay, don't touch your child. Where are their children today? They are on drugs, they are homosexuals, different things, and their stars are not the engineers. Their stars are not the politicians. Their stars are not those that are making. Their stars are the artists who they are on drugs together. Look at the artists that are level-headed, who combine businesses with their artwork. Even when they finish playing, that is, they are no more in vogue, they still don't go to jail or be caught in traffic offenses because they come from that background of I was properly trained. How many times has Lionel Richard been arrested?
I've not heard of that.
How is he dressing? Like this. Plain shirt, low cut, this time man wears a tie. He won't get dreadlock. Look at the serious musicians and footballers that turn to be coaches. You don't see grey color on their hair, you don't see dreadlock on their hair because of their background. So when you are saying we should copy, look at what you are copying. So if you say Nigeria legislate, no more beating of the child, the people who you are copying that legislation from, how is their youths? Where are they? How are their children? What effect have you have on them? So you need to look at what you are trying to impose on people, that children should do this. You imagine a child, you want to discipline your child, he calls the police. Then they say you should donate that child to, that's what I call it, donate it to welfare. You take the child to go and put in for staff parents, which is worse.
Yeah.
True.
As I said, I don't believe in parents that believe that the only way to discipline their child is to carry a cane and be going like sheep, like a herdsman. That is, you have failed. But let that child know that that option is there. I don't have to use it, but if you push me,
I will use it.
it is usable.
True.
So that is my belief in when it comes to corporal punishment.
All right, so what about a scenario when the child develops a tough skin? Like, he already knows that, okay, if I break this plate, my daddy will beat me. And then before you know it, the child becomes very strong. Maybe you put books in his back for the cane and all of that. What about such a scenario? Don't you think that that using the rod in those cases might not really work out?
No, you see, I just said before your question that if you rely on the rod alone, you are a failed parent. It's a combination of different things that make good parenting. I attended the Catholic school in secondary school. And the school I attended, I was fortunate, almost all the teachers were white. We had only one black man. And what was his job? Discipline master. We call him Kolo. Kolo means colonial master. He talks like this. There is no rainy day in St. John's. I repeat, there is no rainy day in St. John's. In your prospectus, it was written that you put a rainy coat or an umbrella. So I repeat, there's no. What he's saying, that say there is no rainy day in St. John's. So in your prospectus before you became a student, you were told that you should come with an umbrella or a rain cape. So the day it rains, Kolo is at the gate. Right there, you collect your 6 inside the rain with him. Because of discipline. That too goes to other areas of discipline. If Kolo wants to punish you, he calls you from your class. He takes a walk around with you, counseling you on what you have done wrong, what are the ways to avoid it, the different things and different ways you can avoid in future. Then when you finish, you know what? You need to sweat out your offense. Here. Tomorrow, are you going to look at the cane or the counseling as a way? That's what I do with my children. We do family meeting. I say, let's go family meeting. And we sit down and we talk. Till today, that's what we still do. Last July, I traveled to US. My 2 children are in US now. And I sat down with them and I said, look, gentlemen, we need to restructure our family business. And this is what I want to do. And we sat back, spent one week with them, and we agreed. With the director that was not around in Nigeria, we put her on voicemail to join us because she couldn't travel with me. That family meeting can either be all of us or one-on-one, depending on what we are discussing.
Yeah.
So you don't just rely on, I cane you, or you kneel down, or you squat. No.
So you
The
need to
first
find the
stage
balance.
is to be your children's counselor.
Okay.
When the counsel fails, let them know that there is that thing called the cane. There are other ways. So there's grounding. You can ground your child. You know the thing that your child like that you don't want to deprive them of. Sorry, if you don't do this, this are also going to happen. So, but if you just rush to the cane every time they get tired of it, they get used to it. So you don't let your child get used to one particular thing.
So I need to know, between you and your spouse, who is closer to the children?
Well, you know, children's brain has a way of working. At the early stage, I can say I'm closer.
Okay.
The reason being that I am not always around.
Oh.
So mother is the one that is always offending,
So they're
or
always
is
looking
always to
forward.
meet them. So they look forward to the chocolate and biscuit and could I bring when I'm coming back from it. So that makes me their friend. Today is now more obvious. The son is for the mother, the daughter is for me.
His and hers.
So that is the way we relate today.
Okay.
I see my daughter confides in me more than he confides on the mother. And the son is safer, in quotes, talking to the mom because he knows that I'm going to ask questions. Why the mom can take things the way he says it, I won't try. We ask questions. So you see him more closer to the mother and the daughter more closer to me.
Okay.
But don't you find it weird that the girl is closer to
But
her
you know,
father?
most families like that. The girls go with the guys, with fathers, and the sons go with
Yeah,
their mothers.
In my
most times
home,
I-
it's not like that. I think most of us are tilted to our mother. Everybody just
Of
close
course,
to my mom. My dad is just
Because the dad is the one that holds the king.
strict. So he's always on his own
That
hand.
is-
So just once in a while.
So looking at this and looking back, is there anything you could have done differently in raising your children, sir?
Yes. The principal thing that I can look at today is that I allow them out too early. In other words, I allow the son to go to foreign schools too early.
Okay.
You see, there is a way that affects the way your child thinks. 2, the business connections of your child, business and political connections of your child. Today, you want ask my friend about his sons. He started talking about people in India, people in this thing, but he will not live in India in the later part of his life.
Yes.
So, with hindsight, I think we want to support what Dr. Patomi once said, that it's good to let your child do a first degree here.
Okay.
Okay.
He makes his connections here and goes out for masters. Because really, your friends for life always come from university and secondary school.
So you should get his roots here
He
first.
gets his root here first. Because tomorrow he wants to be a president. He doesn't have the connections to do it here because he doesn't have friends here. His friends are in India, his friends are in one other place all over the world. So those are things I think I would have done differently if I had to do it again today.
Okay. So I've really learned a lot from you today. So I just want to know what final advice do you have for we as aspiring parents and then young parents out there?
Rule number 1, you are not the friend of your children.
Wow.
You are the parent of your child.
Okay.
That does not mean that you shouldn't be friendly. So don't try to buy your child's friendship with
Okay.
gifts. Go to the room. Or those things that make you feel as if you are...
You're
No.
playing with the child too much.
No. A child is wrong, spank. A child is wrong, cancel. A child is wrong, ground.
Okay.
Don't, the child may be annoyed if I do. One of my colleagues in the office was telling me that I don't want to shout at this child because so that they don't think that shouting. I said, what are you talking about? Shout now. Counsel them that this is way to go. That I'm shouting because you've done wrong. Under normal circumstances, you shouldn't shout when you discuss.
Yeah.
But that when you misbehave, I will raise that alarm to let you know that you are going out of range.
You've done something
so
wrong.
don't pretend to be the friend of your children. No. Be their parent. Let them go and find their friends outside. So advise them, talk to them, but you don't make their enemy either. Let them see you as a person to go to.
So they don't run outside.
Yeah, let your child see you as this is a go-to person. But let it be that this is the person that can go and do anything and hide behind your back. You go and offend your father, you hide behind your mother. That's another bad thing our parents do. They let their children play the game of separating them. When your child tells you something, the first thing you ask your father, have you told your
Have
mom?
you told your mother?
Yes.
Have you told your father?
Before you do it, have you told your dad? Then ask, madam, lady, what are you going to do about this thing? Don't try to win your children's favor so that they can hate your spouse. That is the wrong way to
So
go.
the parents have to be a united front.
United front.
Okay.
United front. I don't ever give money to my children. No.
Okay.
Any involved things, I want to go and meet your mom.
So the mom is in charge of the money.
Yes, she's the one that would give money as she may not have it, she will ask me for it, but go and ask your mom.
I thought it was
She's the
really-
one that will sit down and audit everything minute by minute. I don't have that. Audit
Keep all the records of every money that
no,
has gone out.
yeah, and this thing you want to do, what she will interrogate you. I won't have that time to interrogate you. So when it's okay, this guy needs someone, I can give her. But that you come to me for money, you are wasting your time. I won't give you. So you try to be friendly with your children, but be firm.
Okay.
Don't you see punishment as go and sit down in your room. Then the worst thing you also do, phones. I don't believe a child that is in the secondary school, quote me, needs a phone.
Yes.
The principal has a phone. The people in the school have a phone. So if there's an emergency, they can call you. Some tell me they will call the so that I can pick them in school. Don't you know when your children's school closes? If there's an emergency, the principal knows your phone number, they will call you.
Okay, what of for like assignments and homework?
Homework and
Yes. I have a desktop in my house. Every child uses their. I have a computer teacher. They come, they teach them with my desktop. They don't need a tab. They don't need a phone. In my house, a phone is your gift when you bring me your GS, your WAEC or that in the
WAEC,
this British exam.
Sat.
You know, CGS or whatever they call it. You want to use it, go to foreign school.
Okay.
The day you come with your WAEC and that one, your first gift is a phone. I'll give you. You want to make call? I have a landline in the house. When you call, you can call your friends from my landline. None of my child had a mobile phone before they finished secondary school.
That's
Because
good.
it's a distraction.
Yes, it is.
Even to me as an adult, I get a new phone, I always want to play with the features.
No, just the other day we were talking about social media addiction, and these children, if they start doing
That
very
is another
early,
way, because you see, social media is a problem because if you allow your child to get that isolationist attitude early in life, where the only way to chat, I'm talking to her beside me, I'm chatting, that is not life. Let your children know how to relate.
People.
They are not losing anything. Buy a desktop in your house for their assignments. They don't need a tab, they don't need a phone. When they finish school, when they have been formed, buy phones. Even an iPhone 10 or iPhone, it doesn't matter. But at early age, it's a distraction. A child is in school, is having a phone in the pocket, they are teaching them. What do you need that for?
okay.
So when the parents give that excuse that, okay, I need to call them on the landline. There's a landline in your house. Look for a landline. Then go and buy a desktop. Let them do their assignment. If they don't can't share it, buy 2. Let you put 2 in your library. Let them do their assignment there. It's the same computer. But going about, it's a distraction. And again, many parents are illiterate when it comes to electronics. They don't know parental control. Some children even are the one helping their father house to use phone. And then you now want to say you can put the parental control. Now you leave the phone open. He goes to any website he likes. He chats with people that are wrong, and he gets ideas that are taking him away from what he should do. So I don't subscribe to that.
Okay.
So let your children will have phones, but at the early stage, give them communication from the house or from the school, not a mobile device. They don't need it.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. We've learned so much. I'm sure we'll be honored to have you on this seat with us today.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks for sharing your wealth of knowledge.
Thanks
Hopefully we've learned a lot, and I'm sure we've all learned a lot from today's session.
Yeah.
It's been an honor having Mr. John Agbohode here with us today, sir. Thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
We've certainly learned a lot.
Yes.
Yes, now I know how
Thank
to
you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
with us.
Thank you. Next
Thank-
time I will come again.
We'll be expecting
We'll be
you.
happy to have you.
So thank
Thank
you all
you.
for joining us today on the show. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Thank you and have a lovely time. Hopefully you learned so much about parenting, so you train your child well, so your child will follow the ways that they should go.
Don't buy phones for
See you
them.
next time.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Yeah. God made me to know him, to love him.